as time flies by, you'll open up your eyes wide. You feel it's gonna go your way. Hey, hey, it's a brand new day. Hey, 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 it's a brand new day.
When we come to the pharmacy, you'll see this young gentleman running in and out. His name is Jorge. Not only is he the chef, he serves like everybody here. It's a hashtag Better Together Community Centre. People come to relax, use the Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi, and all kinds of wonderful things. We've just seen you serve some lovely eggs to David. They look so healthy and so delicious. What's special about the food here, Jorge?
Well, you know, we serve vegetarian, vegan, gluten-free food for everyone, so everyone can enjoy it, and that's it. I mean, we enjoy serving food, serving healthy food also.
Are you a vegan or a vegetarian yourself?
I'm not neither of those, but I'm really concerned about my health, so I always try to be healthy as far
and mixing the ingredients to make sure that it's the right thing at the right time. That's very important, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
How we eat things and how we mix them together.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And where were you from originally?
I'm from Tenerife, Canary Islands, and I've moved here because, you know, I love people. I love people from Malaga. And, you know, I just trying to find a new place to live, you know, find some new adventures. And I'm here talking to you.
How come your English is so amazingly good? A bit of an American accent, but how did you get... Oh, yeah.
I can't help it.
And how did you get such good English? Just from being around foreigners?
From my dad. My dad is also bilingual, and he speaks very good English. So, you know, I had so many resources from my entire life, like shows, TV shows, music, video games, why not? And, you know, all that helped me out with the English.
It just goes to show you put it all together, the right ingredients at the right time in the right place.
Yeah.
And you got it made. It's lovely to be able to present you to Marbella. Hashtag, as I remember, better together. Thank you, Jorge.
Thank you too.
Hey, hey.
We are at we are at we are at
Hello Marbella, it's Amanda from Silk and Sin here again to talk about Marbella's issues and problems. And today I'm talking about something that's actually quite serious. Now, I'm sure a lot of you are aware the last week was Mental Health Awareness Week, and the problem I'm touching on today is definitely connected with that. Now, this problem has been brought to me by Mr. R. And Mr. and Mrs. R are a couple. They've been married 10 years, they live here, they get on wonderfully, they have a good life. Everything is great on the surface. They live in a nice house, they have no financial worries. They have no children, so there's no worries about their children, etc. Basically, they've got no reason not to be divinely happy here in wonderful Marbella in the sun. But the problem is this, and Mr. R is very, very concerned, and I can understand why. Mrs. R has always been, as Mr. R put it, a bit up and down. She's sort of sometimes really, really happy, but gets down very quickly, gets melancholic, feels sad sometimes, which is one of the reasons they moved over here, so she could experience the sunshine and make herself feel better. Because the sun really does help. We all know that. We all feel great when the sun's shining. But the problem is this, that Mrs. R has gradually fallen into a deeper and deeper depression. Now, we all feel depressed at times. We all have our ups and downs. We all feel good or bad some days. Sometimes there's a reason for it, sometimes there's not. This time there's no reason. And Mrs. R is really not in a very good state at all, and is nearing a point where I think, in my opinion, that she's virtually clinically depressed, which is a clinical condition, it's an illness. It's a depression that goes farther than the ones regularly that we all experience to some degree or another. Now, Mrs. R is very bad. Some days she can't even get out of bed. She and her husband's relationship is still good, still strong. They love each other, they want to be together. So that's not the cause of it. We don't know what the cause of it is. The problems are, as I said, some days she doesn't get out of bed. She can be in bed for 2 to 3 days. She's not eating. When she gets depressed, which comes on gradually, she stops eating. And this time she's actually lost, in the last 6 months, about 1.5 stone, and she's not a very big lady. So her physical health is being affected as well. Now, when Mr. R approached me with this problem, it's really made me stop and think, and I had to take it very, very seriously. This isn't something we can just sort of give a glib answer to. This is something that is a very, very serious issue. As I said, we all suffer from depression from one time or another, to a lesser or greater degree. But Mrs. R sounds like, to me, she's suffering from clinical depression. And my first advice to Mr. R was, with Mrs. R, go to your doctor, go to your GP, get some help. I'm not saying rely on tablets for everything, but maybe a short course of medication could help her get to the point where she then feels able to go on and have some counselling. Because there is obviously something underneath all this. And perhaps they could have counselling together. Mr. and Mrs. R have agreed to go to see the doctor together, because Mr. R is actually at the end of his tether, not with anger at his wife, but with, he's so worried about her because she is in a very bad condition. I mean, a gorgeous day and she'll just put her head under the duvet and shut the world out. She has friends, she has a nice life. There is no obvious reason for this. It's just something that overtakes her and she can't help it. And as I said, clinical depression is an illness. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we have recently had Mental Health Awareness Week, and it's something we should all be aware of, and we should all be ready to get help for if we feel down, depressed, whatever, and we don't understand the reasons why. Go to your doctor, go to your GP. The doctor may prescribe her tablets, he may prescribe her counselling, he may put her in touch with someone that can counsel her specifically for what she needs, but they cannot ignore this problem. And if you're suffering something from like this, you can't ignore it either. Your mental health is the same as your physical health. We need to look after our minds as much as our bodies. Mr. and Mrs. R are having an appointment with their GP later this week. I am so glad to hear, and I've asked to be kept in touch with developments. I wouldn't specialise in clinical depression. This is something that you need someone with a great deal of medical experience to deal with. And so after Mr. and Mrs. R have seen the doctor, I hope she can move on and see a specific counsellor that will help her with her problems. But just remember, if you suffer from something like this, please don't suffer in silence. Go out and get some help. It's really important. And you can always contact me, Amanda at Silk & Sin, and I can pass you on to the relevant parties. Please don't ignore how you feel. We all need to keep a smile on our face. Thank you very much, Marbella, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Bye and have a great week.
Hey, hey.
I've never seen so many people at a press conference. It was very exciting. Robert De Niro in Marbella, specifically at the Puente Romano Hotel, where we can now also welcome the Nobu Hotel and Restaurant. Very exciting for Marbella, obviously very good for our image, and the party was fantastic. If you weren't there, well, here's a chance to take a look at what went on.
No time to hesitate. We are all the same. So much trouble tearing us apart. Poison arrows shoot straight to your heart. We can change if we try.
from Laude San Pedro. Last week's sign was 24th of April. One more time, 24th of April. This week's sign is so that you know where the United Nationalities Marbella Summit is going to take place, and that is the Velvet Marbella. One more time, Velvet Marbella.
Yeah, I'm here in Marbella, but it says here I'm in La Canada.
If you haven't mastered the lingo, don't worry. Linear Director has a free GPS geolocator service that will come and find you. So many things going on in our community that we can take part in and are fun to go and watch. There is an amazing netball competition coming up, and I'm so glad that Michelle contacted me to tell us about it. She's come along with Eleanor, so it's nice to meet both of these ladies and introduce them to you. So let's start here. It's lovely to meet you, Michelle. Thank you so much for contacting us. This sounds like an amazing event.
Yes, it should be really fun. We have lots of teams coming, international teams from England and from Spain as well, so, and Ghana, netball tournaments.
So what kind of build-up has there been to this tournament?
Well, we've done the usual on Twitter and on Facebook and everything, and we have Marbella Netball Club, so within the club we've been talking to our members and everything and getting a good team together. So.
Well, there you go, we have a Marbella Netball Club. Tell us a bit more about that.
Well, it was set up in 2007, and we currently have like 400 people follow us on Facebook, and we train every Monday from 7 till 9 at Laude School in San Pedro.
That is so cool. I had no idea. And as you know, we have an amazing relationship with Laude because we're so involved in everything. Eleanor, lovely to meet you too. Where do you come into all this project?
Well, I've been playing netball in Spain for probably started in 2008. So I'm sort of a long-standing member.
I mean, I remember us playing, you had to play netball at school, but you just don't think about it since then. Obviously you do.
Well, I was told, come along, and it was like, oh, I don't want to play netball, I haven't played since school, but so many of the members, again, haven't played for like 20 years, but it's a bit different when they've moved over here and you play in the sun, and it's not rain and freezing cold, it's got a different sort of vibe to it, and it's a very social club as well, so it's good for people that haven't made any friends yet. You get friends, and we have socials, and we're doing a big gala dinner after the tournament on the 2nd as well, so we'll get together, have dinner, and give out the medals and everything.
It sounds amazing. I was going to say this is obviously a great social opportunity. If I wasn't so bad at netball when I was at school, it would be something I would consider. However, I wouldn't want to do that to anyone. Those who feel that they could contribute something to your netball teams, how do they get involved, Michelle?
Well, actually, I must say we are welcome to all members, so you could come along because you don't have to be a professional. So if you wanted to come along, as I say, contact us on Facebook or Marbella Netball Club at gmail.com as well. So, yeah.
It sounds like an amazing opportunity.
Yeah.
You have a tournament coming up on the 2nd of June. Tell us specifically how we can get involved in that.
Okay, so that is anyone could come along to watch us. We welcome spectators. It's from 9 till 3 at Laude School. And as I say, we have 8 participating teams. So it'll be really fun from England, a couple of teams from here, from Spain. And yeah, it should be really good. As I say, we'll be at Laude from 9 till 3.
Eleanor, will you be taking part in the tournament?
Yes, we have our own team, and we play 7-minute matches, rotating, and it's in a round robin style, and the 2 teams with the most points at the end will then play a final.
So people who have come from abroad, what are you doing with them? Have you organised hotel and things like that?
Well, they've kind of taken care of that. We've helped them out a bit, but some this is our 4th year of doing the tournament, so most have come before, so they kind of know where to go. But as Eleanor said, we have some socials afterwards and everything. It's a real like team spirit thing. So
it really is amazing. Some of the events that Remedios started off in Laude, I mean, they're just mind blowing. Are you going to be playing?
Well, I'm going to try. Yeah.
So winning isn't the be all and end all. It is literally the taking part.
No, it's the taking part. That's really important. Yeah, definitely. Have fun. Yeah, definitely. And we'll be having sandwiches there as well. And it's a real social event. It's just a great day. Really good.
Remind us again of the times.
It's
2nd of June?
2nd of June, that's Saturday. We'll be there from 9. Matches will start sort of from 9:30, and hopefully we'll be done by 3 after all the medals and everything has been handed out. But hopefully not too sunburned.
But a lovely day out with nice weather.
Absolutely.
You know, you're going to be able to get sandwiches and coffee to like, have brext there, I suppose.
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, the sense that if at 9 o'clock in the morning...
well, maybe come a bit after.
It's like, you know, you're going to need some kind of sustenance.
Yeah.
Well, I wish you lots of luck I hope. But what's the name of your team specifically?
Marbella netball team.
Marbella netball
Yeah.
team. And who's your first match against?
We don't know yet because we haven't seen the
draw.
schedule yet.
Oh my God.
Hopefully someone not too
Watch
good.
this space, and this space is Marbella netball team. I mean, it's as simple as that. Eleanor, Michelle, thank you very much. And I have to remember when I've got a microphone, I don't need this one.
Thank you.
Thank you, girls.
Thank you.
Hey, hey.
Tomorrow is Thursday. That means you can pick up your new edition, free edition of the Euro Weekly newspaper. And why not read my column, Marbella Moments? My take on what goes on and maybe what I'd like to go on half the time. It's been great having you with us this evening for another Marbella Now. You can see recordings of all past shows, including full coverage of our United Nationalities of Marbella Summit from our website, MarbellaNowTV.com. In the meanwhile, take care of yourselves, be nice to each other, and we'll be back tomorrow. Hasta mañana.
And it's time.